Good morning, Caroline.
Good morning. How are you?
I am good. And good morning to all of you out there listening to this podcast. This is episode 4, and we are very happy that you are joining us today in our little part of the world.
Hot day, still like 106 degrees. I don't know Celsius. You know Celsius.
Yeah. Everyone claims that the weather is changing. It's getting cooler, but just
I haven't seen any signs of that.
I haven't either. We just left a restaurant. We went and had lunch after work, and it just still feels stifling.
Like an oven. Like
Yes.
weren't you walking the other day and your phone?
Yes. And I told a few people about that as well. I was walking, and we have this walking area. It's not a trail, but it's a little walking area near my home. And when I was walking I was leaving a voice message for one of my friends, and my phone completely shut off. And it said that I could only make an emergency call, and it showed like the thermometer on the front of the phone fully red, and it said when your phone cools down, it'll restart, or it'll be safe to restart. So I ran to the car. Well, I didn't run because I was already super tired and hot. Yeah. But I got to the car and held my phone in front of the AC, and it took a while for it to actually cool down, but it did. It restarted,
crazy.
and yeah.
That's crazy.
But I'm ready. I mean, just a few days, and then we're into October. So I'm ready for the change.
Isn't it time for fall to happen? Yeah, everybody talks about
ready.
the weather's changing. But one thing that I was thinking about was like when I first came here and whenever I'm back in the U.S., people always, when I tell them where I'm from, they're like, where's that? Like that they don't really have, a lot of people, not everybody, but a lot of people really don't have too much idea about where Kuwait is. So I just wanted to say like a little background that it's a small country, probably like the size of like Connecticut,
Right.
in the Arabian Gulf. And our neighbors are Saudi Arabia and Iraq.
Usually military families know,
Yes.
especially if you have a son or family member that's stationed here in the Middle East.
Right.
They
know, but although families are not usually in Kuwait, like in the military bases.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. So,
and I think the size now is around, I think it's around like 4.2 million, but out of that population, there's only like over 1 million Kuwaitis, and then over 2 million expats.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
So it's a small place.
How long would you say that it would take driving from, let's say, the Saudi border to the Iraqi border?
Isn't it just
and this is just a guesstimation.
I don't know. And then the Kuwaitis are going to write in and say, well, are you crazy?
Yeah.
Isn't it just like an hour no, I don't know. What do you think?
A couple of hours? Max 2 hours?
Yeah.
I mean, I could be totally wrong with that. Those of you listening.
It's small.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, we're talking small.
Yeah. Yep, that's true.
But I think most of the country anyway is not developed. I mean, there's a lot more land that we have here, but most of it's not developed. It's mostly central, like in Kuwait City and the surrounding areas around it. I think there's a lot of land that has not been turned over to, building yet.
But I did hear that the government does have a lot of plans in the works for building
new
and
cities.
and even adding a lot more trees, things like that out in the desert area.
That would be nice.
Yeah, definitely. One thing that Caroline and we were talking about this morning, and we have this morning ritual that we do. I come into work and we sit and we have coffee together. Yes. And as of right now, I'm a little bit coffeeed out at the moment.
Buzzed.
Yes. We're talking about coffee, and we sit and we have our coffee. Hence the desert coffee chats, because we're
always
that's
chatting
kind of like
drinking coffee.
There you go. Yeah, and it was interesting because we were talking about coffee and all of that and the different kinds, and I was telling her that I don't remember growing up drinking coffee. I mean, I definitely don't remember it. I know my dad would drink just black coffee. Yeah, my mom would drink coffee, and she would always have like cream or milk or the half and half.
Yeah.
But when I first moved out and got my own apartment, I remember that this is funny. I had a Hello Kitty coffee maker. It was like cool. It was like, oh, I got the Hello Kitty coffee pot,
That's cute.
And that's when I actually started buying coffee and making it. But I wasn't addicted to it. Like, I didn't have to have it. I liked the
Did
taste.
you like it? You
I
did?
did. I liked the bitterness.
Really?
Yes, I liked it. And I really wasn't that much into tea. Like,
No,
you know,
I
like
wasn't either.
iced tea, sweet tea. I mean,
yeah.
I will drink it, but
Yeah.
it's not something that I have to have it. But
Right.
and we were talking about like how long we have been drinking it, and I told her that when I really got into drinking coffee was when I moved here, and it was due to the whole being connected with your social life.
Right.
Because here, I mean, I don't know about you, but for me, when I first came, me and my friends, it was always, okay, let's go sit at Starbucks.
Let's go get coffee.
Yeah. You would go outside, and even like at a restaurant or even any cafe, it was sitting and having coffee. And that's what you did. I
Right,
mean,
right.
it was coffee was incorporated into anything and everything
Right,
that
which
you
is
did.
different from like if you had gone out with your friends in the
Yeah,
U.S. Like
yeah.
if you had been, people don't usually go out. I mean, they'd go for coffee, but it's not the social.
Yeah, but was it that way many, many years ago? Like, let's go out for coffee? I don't remember it. I
Not
don't
for
know.
me.
Yeah, not for me.
Not for me.
as well,
It never
yeah.
was.
Yeah. So, but once getting here and then getting into the routine of drinking coffee, I definitely became addicted to the coffee.
You
I
became
did.
addicted to the Arabic coffee, though.
Yes, I had never had Arabic coffee in my life
Right.
until here. There's a lot of coffees that were introduced to me here that I didn't even
You
know
didn't try.
existed. I'm honest.
Yeah.
Arabic coffee, I loved it the first time I tried
See,
it.
I didn't. That's
Really?
interesting. No, but it's interesting because you're saying that your first experiences with coffee were like drinking. You like the bitterness or whatever.
I did,
Whatever.
yeah.
But my only.
But I would
experience
put
was,
cream in it. I would put cream.
Yeah.
I only recently started drinking just the black coffee.
Mine was
But,
only. I liked Breyer's coffee ice cream. So I only drank. So when I drank coffee, and that wasn't until I was an adult that I started drinking coffee. But I had to have like cream and
Yeah.
sugar in it.
Right.
So when I got here, the first time I got here, I was not a fan of their coffee, but it was more bitter.
You were more into the Americano, like the
Right.
drip coffee.
Right. Well, a latte. Let's be specific.
Right.
Yeah. I had never even
in the
drank like
States,
drip coffee.
I never had
drank
the
latte because I didn't drink
latte.
it until I was older anyway.
I would have the good old Coffee Mate hazelnut.
Okay, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
the
that too.
hazelnut flavor. Remember when
Yeah.
Sultan Center started bringing in the
Oh
different
yeah, and that's
flavors?
expensive here.
Oh, it was so expensive, but it was always so much fun to see the new flavors.
Yeah,
and
that
if
was
they
good.
brought a new one from the States, it was
Yeah.
like, yes, they have it.
flavor.
But no, the Arabic coffee, they make it with cardamom, saffron, and sometimes cloves, depending on which one you get.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
not a
I
fan
think it
of the
came-
one with cloves.
And it
but
came from what I have learned. If you go way back, they all of them came originally like from Yemen, like the beans and
Oh,
everything
okay.
all came from Yemen. And then, but the style of how they make the coffee here, where they boil it,
right?
is unique to the Middle East. That style of how to cook it, and so like Turkey, Egypt, Syria, they all share that style of cooking it like that. But and that came from the Ottoman Empire, of course.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So they share that style. However, the more, as what I understand, the more south you go in the region over
Mm-hmm.
here, the lighter the coffee is. So that if you get like in Turkey, it's
Right.
that dark, thick coffee,
Right.
But the more south that you go, it's like that blonde, that light, and it's almost like in Kuwait, in the GCC, I think it's almost like a clear coffee. It's like,
Well, don't they call it blonde?
yeah,
as
blonde.
Well?
Yeah. So when I first had it, and they serve it in those little teeny tiny cups, the cute little cups. But when we first came here, they would pour that for me, and for me, it was just like, that smells like just spices. Like it wasn't,
okay.
because in my head I'm thinking coffee,
Right,
like coffee,
right,
like
right.
a latte, or
Yeah.
or with the creamer or whatever.
Yeah.
But when I got it, it was like, what is this? This is like tea. But once you start, like it was just, that in the past like 2 years that I started drinking the Arabic coffee, because I started seeing it as being sort of like a whole different animal, right?
Right.
Instead of saying, oh, this is not like my latte.
Yeah.
So,
This is a latte different.
but yeah, it is very latte different.
Ha-ha. Just kidding.
But I did want to say one thing, is that a lot of people might not realize that Kuwait, and evidently, remember we were talking the other day about how you said when you first came here, that Starbucks or whatever was everywhere, and I said, I don't think
Right.
it was here when I came.
Right.
Well, I looked it up to see, and
Okay.
evidently Starbucks came here in like 99. So it came here, I think it was, does that sound right?
Yeah.
1999.
Yeah.
And I came
It
here
was
in
before me.
95. Yeah.
Way before me.
So it was here and established by the time you came, but it wasn't here when I first came. But now there are evidently, and figures are sketchy because I'm not sure if this is
Okay.
correct, but what I could surmise from what I looked up, there are over 99 different Starbucks in Kuwait.
90. Okay.
99 stores.
Okay.
And then there's about 65 plus Costa coffees.
Okay.
And then that's not including Dunkin' Donuts because I didn't even look that up.
Yeah.
But on top of that, the specialty coffees, there's like 76 different specialty coffee stores in Kuwait. And so that's things like the local, like the Kuwaitis now they've done, they've gone off and studied different, and all the brewing, the traditional brewing, and then the brewing,
Right.
the European style. And so they've opened up all their own places, like Jumo and Caf.
That one
and
I was
places like
about
that.
to
It's
mention.
yummy.
Jumo,
Really
it's
yummy.
African,
Yeah.
right? It's
The bean.
isn't it? Yeah, it's an African
Yeah.
bean. From where?
Usually, I mean, they do like Ethiopia or what. I mean, they have
Yeah.
all different kind of beans there.
I've tried their coffee once,
But it's
and
good.
It was amazing.
Really good.
I was with my husband, and I remember telling him, "This coffee,
It's really
it's
good.
delicious." Yeah, it was. It wasn't thick like Turkish coffee or French
Yeah,
coffee.
I don't like that. Do you
I'm
like
not
it? I
near.
don't like it.
No,
It's too
I'm not a
gritty,
fan.
and there's
yeah,
like sludge at the bottom.
Right.
Yeah, it was like, who
And,
wants
you
that?
know, like the dregs down there.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
want
no.
that.
Unless
Unless you're going to dump it out and read some sort of signs or something. Read some
Which people
future,
do that
paint
here
a
as
picture
well.
on
Yeah.
the wall. Yeah.
No, that coffee was delicious.
Yeah.
Like, had it once, amazing. And I just got like a latte. It was a latte, but it tasted different. It was rich
And creamy.
It
See,
was
now I think
delicious.
Chef is like that too. So some of the local ones, and but I like Toby's, but I think Toby's is out of Brooklyn. So we have
Is
like
it?
little
I thought it was
specialty.
British.
I thought it was Australian, but then
Okay.
when I looked it up, I
Okay.
think it's out of Brooklyn. I'm not sure, but I don't know.
Oh,
We'll have to
okay.
look it up. But there are so many different specialty coffee places, and they're just popping up even more and more. I don't know how they're going to support them all, but I mean, eventually some of them will die off,
Right.
I'm sure.
I like that a lot of them as well. They're doing the whole organic coffee.
Yes.
Because they say
Yes.
that if you go organic in anything,
Yeah.
go with your coffee.
Coffee, 'cause it's highly
it's covered in
pesticide,
pesticides.
yeah.
That's right.
They have Caveman coffee here, and Caveman is organic, and that's out of the U.S. somewhere.
My coffee I drink every morning. I think it's a British brand called Clippers.
Yeah.
It is instant.
Yeah, the
Seriously.
instant one, yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
And by the way, that's the first time I ever had instant as well. I know that they had it for many years also in the States.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I just remember my family always having the coffee
Brewed
pot.
coffee, yeah. Like a Mr. Coffee.
But here, it was the first time I ever had a actual Nescafe, one
Type,
of those
yeah.
little packets that you pour. And I used to love those until I read about them. And then I
You mean
kind
the
of
packet or
the
like
little
the
packets.
the one that you put in like the Keurig things?
No, they're actually the packets that's already
Like the
mixed
powdered.
with the,
Okay.
exactly.
All right.
Yeah, but it was.
And they have those of
that
Arabic
was-
coffee
they
too, the instant
do.
Arabic ones. Those
They
are
do.
cute.
To me, they're cute, but
Mhm.
I feel they taste a little chemically.
Well, yeah.
But
'Cause you
but
have
I
to
love
cook
the
it.
idea. They have a saffron one. They have cardamom one.
Yeah.
And
you and I, it's interesting that we both like the same one. Like, because for me, I don't like the clove taste.
at all, I just feel it's too. I don't know. It's almost okay. This is going to sound bizarre. It's not that it's spicy or okay. It's hot.
It's
Coffee is
too-
hot, but
yeah.
it's too intense.
much,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I know different regions of Kuwait
Have-
also have
The
different.
different tribes. and
Yes,
the
different tribes
yeah.
have the different Arabic
That's
coffees.
probably
I
has to do
love
with,
that.
Yeah, where they come from originally.
I love it. I
but
love it.
It's interesting that you and I both like the Yemeni one.
Yes.
And the Yemeni one is
That's
just
my
the light,
favorite.
The
It's
light
my
one
favorite,
with
yeah.
cardamom in it, and
Saffron.
sometimes they put saffron in it.
Right.
But what was interesting to me was that I didn't realize that even though it looks like, and my mom even said when she was here, like, that doesn't taste like coffee. It's not strong enough. But when you look it up, evidently, the blonder the bean, the less roasting that they do to it, the more caffeine there is in it. So even though it looks like it would not be as strong, and maybe it's not as strong in taste, but it has a lot of caffeine in it because when you roast it, you're cooking a lot
So
of
you're
that
saying
out.
the lighter,
The-
the stronger,
With caffeine,
Okay.
not
And the
necessarily
darker
taste.
roast would be the less caffeine.
Well, maybe it's less
Is that what
caffeine
you
because
mean?
they've burned away a lot of the bean.
Oh,
Maybe
okay.
that's why it is. Not that it's
I
actually.
think I've heard
yeah,
something similar to that, but
Yeah.
yeah.
That a lot of the bean has been cooked away, but when it's dense like
Man,
that and
Yemen
blonde,
Arabic coffee.
it's yummy.
Oh my goodness. I find it, this is just me, I find it's not that it's thick, but it's almost richer.
More
Would that be
flavorful.
it? Right? It's
Yeah.
like, maybe it's the saffron. I don't know. But
Well, I don't know
it's-
because I'm not a big saffron flavor one, but I like it in the coffee.
Right.
But on top of that, that's the only thing that I can drink. Like normally if I'm drinking coffee, I have to have sugar and cream
Right.
in it.
Right.
But with Arabic coffee, I don't have to have
Right.
that.
Did you know I heard that that some people actually, whenever they make the Arabic coffee and they're boiling it, that they do add a little bit of
Sweetener to it.
coffee mate. I heard that before.
Oh, that's-
I swear they add a little bit, not
That's
a lot.
cheating.
Yeah.
That's cheating.
We don't
They
like
shouldn't
those.
do that.
No.
Let's keep it
Yeah.
traditional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, the Yemen Arabic coffee, it's amazing.
It's really good.
amazing.
So we go to the little souk type area where my husband knows where it is. I don't know where anything is here, as you know, because I don't drive too much here. But you're good about that.
Yeah.
But we go to the little area in the souk, like the shopping area, where they have the Yemeni coffee place, and you can go in and they have the big bags of beans, and you tell them what you want, what style you want. Like last time, I was sitting in the car while my husband was getting the bags of beans ground up and the coffee made. And
they do the mixing for
yeah,
you,
they
right?
do. They
Right.
ask you, what do you want in it? And he was like, we just want the cardamom and then one with saffron. And then he was bringing it out. Do you want this one? It's got cloves in it.
That's the one you gave me.
Mhm.
It's delicious.
Yeah.
It's
I was
delicious.
like, no, I don't want cloves. I don't know. Cloves reminds me of like kind of like a
It's
little bit of
intense. I don't
medicinally
know.
kind of flavor to me. I don't know. I like them cloves when they're stuck in the oranges, like at Christmas time when you and make like a
That's
potpourri
nice,
kind
yeah.
of thing with it. I like
Yeah.
it like that, but I don't know. I don't care for it in my coffee.
Have you? You're the same as me. With you drink the mushroom coffee as well.
Yeah.
I do order that from the
Four
States.
Sigmatic.
Yes, that one is really good. I
Yeah.
mean, I know that's off of the Arabic coffee,
Right.
idea, but that one is actually really, really delicious, and it's really good for you depending on the type of.
All
Well,
the
not
different
depending.
kind of
I mean, all
mushrooms,
of them.
yeah,
They
for
have their
different
own
things.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm drinking this one now, and I actually mix it with my Clippers coffee.
Yeah, that's a good
it's
thing.
lion's mane,
Lion's mane,
and
yeah.
I think cordyceps or shagap. It's really, really good. It has a nice flavor. It does not taste like mushrooms.
No.
For those wondering,
Yeah.
it's really
Lion's
good.
mane is good for your brain, I believe.
Oh,
Isn't
okay,
it?
it's really good. And you also drink one that. What is the one that you drink sometimes? It's not. It's what was it? A cocoa bean or
Oh, I do
something?
that.
What is
Oh.
that one that you drink?
Yeah, that's the cryo brew, and it's
Okay.
made like it's like ground cocoa. Instead of using the coffee bean, it's the cocoa beans, and they just grind it up like coffee. And the brand that I buy is Cryo
Right.
Brew, but you brew that just like coffee, and it has all the antioxidants and all the benefits without like caffeine and without any because
But-
my son will drink that.
It has no caffeine in it.
Well, I mean, it might have a slight because it's cocoa, but it
Right.
doesn't have caffeine like coffee
Oh,
or
okay.
tea or something like that.
Is it
That's
true
nice.
that tea has more caffeine than coffee?
I think
I
that's not
heard
true.
that,
But I
right?
did
Is
hear
that
that.
a-
That went
you heard
around
that
for a
as
while.
well?
You know how you hear those things like, "Oh, this is bad for you," and then
Yeah,
it's like, "Oh, no,
yeah.
that's good for you."
Yeah.
And then, "Oh, eggs are bad for you." "No, eggs are good for you." "Oh, butter's bad for you." "Butter's good for you." Like it
Eat a
goes back
stick
and
a
forth,
day.
yeah. But
Yeah.
tea was the same way, and I think coffee is the highest.
Well, I know myself, and I love coffee. Love it. Arabic coffee,
Everything.
American coffee, all of it.
Mm-hmm.
Mushroom coffee. But I will admit, it has definitely become a habit of mine.
Yes.
I drink it.
Your morning ritual kind of thing.
Yes.
It's good to have rituals, right?
Yeah, but I'm starting to feel like it is a bit of a habit. I do feel like
Not a ritual, but a habit.
habit. But that is also
meaning
my
something
little morning
bad?
ritual. Well, not that it's bad, but I think I think anything, too much of anything, can be
Yeah.
a negative thing, right?
Right. Everything in moderation.
Right. And I have noticed myself drinking a tad bit more lately than I feel like I used to. Like I'm
Really?
drinking more coffee Yeah.
Like how many cups
But
would
I
you
like
say
to
you're
drink
drinking?
it because it tastes good.
Okay.
To me, I actually,
Right.
it's not that I need the energy.
You just
you
keep
know,
sipping on it?
I keep sipping on it,
Mhm.
and I like the taste.
Mhm.
And I got away from drinking coffee with Coffee Mate or any kind of creamer, even milk. And
Yeah.
now I'm used to drinking
Just the
black
Yeah.
coffee, which I think that's great.
Yeah, no,
calorie
it's good.
wise
No,
and
it's good.
whatever.
It's better for you.
But so I feel like with habits, and I need to kind of chill on that habit. But talking
Really?
about habits, yeah,
Okay.
I saw. I just wanted to mention this quickly.
Mhm.
I saw the other day on this Instagram post. I follow this guy. He's a doctor,
Okay.
and he was mentioning that about creating habits and wanting to make changes, whatever in your life, or changing certain things you're doing, or even incorporating a new habit or a new something you're wanting to put in your lifestyle,
Right.
I guess.
Something beneficial.
He mentioned, and then I went online and I searched and I saw all different people's different point of view on it, whatever. But he said, if you're wanting to incorporate a new habit in your life, get like a whiteboard and put 66 little like slashes, I guess you would say. Not slashes. What would be like?
Little boxes.
Yeah, kind of like tally marks.
Check-offs?
Okay,
Okay.
yeah, like 66. And every day at the same time, if possible, whatever it is. And he was talking about meditation or having quiet time where you're, keeping, keeping your mind
Whatever
quiet,
it is that you're wanting.
And then erase the little mark.
Okay.
And that supposedly, scientifically, they have proven if you can continue something for 66 days,
Mhm.
it becomes a part of your life.
Solidified.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I read another site that it only takes 21 days.
That's
3
a normal one.
weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So would you say that it's, 20, to me, 3 weeks would,
Yeah.
so
I
for
mean,
66 days, I need to cut out,
No, I
cut down on my coffee.
I think that's
you know?
right. I mean, what I have learned, and when I was doing like the hypnosis and making tapes for people, we would always say play the tape for a good 2 to 3 weeks, just to be on the safe side, so that you can really, whatever it is that you're wanting to change or wanting to really affect in your thinking, that it would take that amount of time before it would become part of you.
Okay.
Yeah. So around the same time, I just think it takes that longevity
Yeah.
to make a pathway in your mind.
I did that with exercise.
Did
I
you?
wouldn't say just like
Because you're always
working out, but for me it
walking
was
and stuff.
walking.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then it really did become part of my day, to the point that, this was before. I'm trying to get back into it. As we
Which is-
speak, I'm really trying to get back into walking. This summer kind of threw me
Well,
off a bit with the
heat and
exercising.
everything and the
But
traveling.
once I started walking, really, and just even after just a couple of weeks, if I didn't walk that day, I felt like something was wrong with my day. Really, like something was missing, something wasn't right. Have you?
Yeah, I think that's the key to it all. Is, first of all, people say like I'm not motivated. I don't have motivation or whatever like that. But I think that part of that is just putting one foot in front of the other initially, is just
Right.
getting up, and like you're saying, you have to make it established as a habit so that it doesn't seem like a chore. But that initial part, some people are just, more gung-ho to be able to do it.
Right.
But then others, it's just, okay, you don't feel like doing it, or you don't have motivation, but just try not to think about that word and just get up and take that first step.
Right.
And keep doing it every day until it becomes more of a default mechanism. And then that negative part of it is gone for you.
Right.
Because it, like you said, it feels like it's part of your day. It's just like when people, wear seatbelts or don't wear seatbelts. Like, for me, if I get in a car and I don't put on a seatbelt, even if it's, just going around the block, or, we're down at the island in South Carolina where you don't have to necessarily put it on, I feel
Right.
naked without a seatbelt.
Oh, okay.
Because it's just part of, it's just a habit.
Right.
So, I think there's some things that just become automatic for you. And if you can make it exercise, that's wonderful, because
Right.
that's such a healthy, well, of course, the seatbelt is pretty helpful too.
Right.
But, but if
It
you
is
can make
healthy to wear a seatbelt, people.
yeah, sometimes you just have to struggle through and get up off the couch
Get off
when
your
you don't-
can.
Yeah, you don't feel
and
like
get
it.
to stepping.
Right. Yeah, until it becomes a habit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Well, that's interesting.
Yes.
And well, we wanted to kind of just like talk about coffee with you guys today.
Since that's our name,
That's right.
people are probably saying, "What the heck?"
That's right. One of my friends, she had mentioned she listened to the show, and she was like, "Your desert coffee chats." She said, yeah, a little bit
What
about
the
coffee.
Desert? What
yeah.
about the desert? And what about the coffee?
Well, we are
get the
in the
chatting.
desert.
Yeah.
We are in the desert, but not like sitting
Yeah.
on a blanket.
We're in the city desert.
We're
Yeah.
in the city desert. Yeah. Yeah. So, but very interesting. Yeah. For those of you that haven't, or you haven't ever had Arabic coffee, I will tell you this. This is just a little note. If you are interested in drinking or trying it, they actually sell it on Amazon.
Oh, okay.
I swear.
Did you look for it in the summer? Did you, when you
No.
were in the U.S., did you
No.
go anywhere where they might have?
No.
No. I didn't
went
either.
to, we did, we ended up going to Indian restaurants.
Okay.
But when we would search for like Arabic restaurants or whatever, my husband and I, we did go to this one, I think it was a Indian Pakistani restaurant.
Okay.
But
they're
we
more
were on a
chai
road
and
trip.
stuff, yeah.
Right. But we did not have any,
You didn't
we
have
were
any
more
hot
like
drinks.
the food.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're like, give us some rice,
Yeah.
some biryani, give
Yeah.
us something, But no, the coffee, no.
Yeah.
And that's funny because I did take some with me.
Yeah, I remember you said
I
you were
took
taking.
some with me as well, but I
Yeah.
didn't drink
Didn't have
any.
time to
But
drink it.
one time I was on Amazon and I was just like, when you're bored and just searching around Amazon.
Yes, Amazon is dangerous.
Yes. I saw that they do have those Nescafe, the instant ones.
Okay.
The instant Arabic
Okay.
coffee. So just in case
You
you
mean
were
in a
feeling
packet or in
the
the
little
capsules?
packets. No, the little packets, right?
Okay. Yeah.
The capsules,
Capsules.
like for the.
Nescafe in here has those little capsules, the Arabic
I
capsules.
tried them.
They're not good, right?
I felt like it was drinking water.
Yeah.
It wasn't strong,
Oh, okay.
like the Arabic coffee we had today at the restaurant.
Which makes sense because the Arabic coffee is boiled. I mean,
Right.
it should be cooked. You
That's
know?
right,
It,
yeah.
it should be cooked. So when you're doing an instant, you're kind of going around the whole purpose, right?
Right. I have found one Arabic coffee company here.
A Kuwaiti one, right?
Yes, the Kuwaiti one. They do the instant Arabic coffee, but it's decent.
Still tastes
the
good.
Yatuk.
Yeah.
I think it is.
And that one's supposed to be organic.
organic,
too,
right? It is decent for instant,
Mm.
but if it's my choice, it will definitely be the full blown cooked.
Cooking it.
Oh
Yeah.
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 So just saying, if you are interested in trying it, it is available out
Well,
there.
so either try it from Amazon or take a trip to the Middle East.
There you go. Well, I have a question.
Mhm.
If it's the beans that they get depending on the different, is it the stage
The-
or
The
light color?
roasting of
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Could they get that and blend it themselves, adding cardamom and
Yeah,
blending the
why not?
cardamom or
You mean
crushing
like
it,
you could get the
making it at
beans?
home?
Yeah.
Because they even have a lot of videos on YouTube. If you search
Like
it,
roasting your beans and stuff.
yes,
Yeah.
and even blending. And a lot of the people I've seen on YouTube
Mhm.
that make the Arabic coffee, they're in the States, and they have like one of those little blenders.
Yeah.
The little
Like
one
a
that,
food processor.
or kind of like one of those little spice
Yeah. Yeah.
blender things. Yeah, but
Yeah, you could if you were very industrious.
Yes.
And you wanted to try.
I'm gonna make this from scratch.
Yeah,
yeah. Alrighty. Well, do you have anything else for us?
I think that's about it for today. But just go over to our different venues. Like we're in iTunes, we're in SoundCloud, we're in
Buzzsprout.
Buzzsprouts,
Yes.
and
Spotify. Yeah, we're on Spotify
and
now.
And like and follow, and please tell your friends to like and follow. We still would like to hear from people out there. We don't want it to just be our voices. We'd still like to hear from our audience. Like if you have any sort of stories you would like to share with us. It doesn't have to necessarily be about travel.
Yeah.
But I mean, this
Anything
is human
interesting you wanna
experience, you
share
know,
with us, and
we'd
we'd
like
love
to hear
it.
from you. Also, check us out on Instagram. We're Desert Coffee Chats Podcast on Instagram. We will be posting pictures of our life here.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
Thank
All right,
you,
see you.
and
See you, everybody.
already.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.